All right, so it's been a long time since we last streamed this. We streamed this, I think, last over the weekend, and it's currently a Thursday. It's Thursday, the 29th of July, right now. And we last streamed this over the weekend, so it's been a while. We acquired Ilya Kovalchuk before that game against Washington uh, in a free agent acquisition with injuries that we've been suffering. And we've had some wild games since then, a lot of high scoring games. Something's happened to the game, and we're just getting nothing but high flying offense in every game that we're playing in. So the Canes really need to start defending. One of the things that I'm going to do is I'm going to give the defenseman back skating less. They're going to lose less speed. So 68, that'll be my one change that we'll make to the slider settings. Before we jump in here, we're just going to jump right in, simulate this up to this day, show me the standings on the right. Yeah, we got to start. We got to do something. That we lost embarrassingly to New Jersey. I had issues with the stream. I went back and watched it, and we had some weird issues going on with the stream, and I don't know why, but there's nothing I can do to rectify that. It is what it is. So we're playing Philadelphia at home. A big game against a division rival. So we gotta beat Philadelphia, New Jersey. What am I talking about? Philadelphia. We gotta beat these teams. These are teams we need to be winning against. We need to start climbing up the points, up the standings with points, getting points where we can. It won't be easy, but we gotta give it our best shot here. And Kovalchuk might help the lineup out. We'll see if that change to the skating helps. Might help Reimer's save percentage out. Having defensemen be able to recover and make plays. I don't want so much offense. It's been ridiculous. So, not changing the lines, not changing anything. We're just going to, from our last stream, we're just going to jump in and play the game. See what happens. Dougie Hamilton. He is no longer a Carolina Hurricane in the real world. He signed with the New Jersey Devils yesterday. That shot right on. But Hamilton recovers, and out come the Hurricanes. So, Hamilton signed with New Jersey 7 years at $9 million AAV. That's a lot of freaking money to pay Dougie Hamilton, and I don't care how good you are. I don't think Dougie Hamilton was worth that kind of money. So I'm not sad to see him. I'm sad to see him leave, but I'm not as sad as I was gonna be otherwise. Oh my God! Oh, deflected in! It goes in! It goes in! A centering pass that the defenseman was attempting to cover, and Sebastian Aho, just like that, has his 14th goal of the season. That's a very wacky goal right there. He just passed it across, and I don't know who the defenseman is that gets a piece of this, but he does a good job trying to take it away, and he just pokes it right into his own net. We'll get a closer look at it in instant replay mode just for satisfaction's purposes, but the first shot on the net, technically, if you want to get an official shot on the net, who's the defenseman? It is Gustafsson. He was board pinned earlier in the shift, and he gets a stick on it, does the right thing, he's taking the passing lane away, but he deflects it right into his own goaltender, and Carter Hart lets it right in. You see Aho follows up his chance right there. I don't know if that had any bearing on the puck going in or not. It looked like it was already going in on momentum alone. The Hurricanes have the early advantage. I just would like to see not so much offense, but it looks like nothing's really changed. Goaltenders are still as bad as they were before. Oh, Niederreiter loses it. Maybe we need to make the goaltenders better as well, so goaltending's better. Hamilton behind his own net, looking for a breakout play to Niederreiter, but Carolina we're going to get a delayed penalty as well against Philly. That's fine to play that back into your own end. Hamilton has it, waiting for a teammate, tries to move the puck, moves it to Teravainen. He's got the zone entry, goes wide with it, cuts to the middle, and turned over, and Philly will finally touch up, but put Carolina on the power play. Couturier is the guilty party. I'm not sure what he did. Did he hold or hook? I didn't see what the referee said. Oh, it might be a charge or a cross-check. What is the official call? It's an interference. Oh, it's not even any of those two things. It's actually an interference minor. 2 minutes in the box for interference. Carolina's to the power play. So see if Carolina's power play can be deadly. But what I was going to say is Carolina did make 2 really good free agent acquisitions. What are you doing? What was that pass? Nolan Patrick steams in, good back check. Reimer, a great save that he shouldn't have even had to make. Patrick is all over him. And it's working a treat for Philly's penalty kill. Because right now they're pushing Carolina back. Kovalchuk passes it to no one, and it's going to be an icing. What is this power play doing? Niederreiter out of frustration with a late shove well after the whistle. A minute gone on the power play and nothing from the Hurricanes so far. So they haven't set anything up, but this is a chance here. Niederreiter going wide. But he having to respect it. Back to the point to Slavin, who walks along with it. Slavin looking for an opening, and he can't make the pass. Man, Philly's all over that point guy. So something's got to change there for the Hurricanes. Got to change it up. Kovalchuk with an outlet pass to net. Just 23 seconds left. Can this power play that's been so successful this year score? No, they can't. With 12 seconds remaining, that's going to do it. A very weak power play. I don't think he even generated a chance on the net. Too many turnovers, but here comes Svechnikov. Drops it back for Netchis. He scores. Martin Netchis. He scores after the power play expires. And that puts the Hurricanes up 2-0. 21st of the year. Well, the offense is flowing. I think we got to look at goaltenders. It's got to be goaltending. I don't know what to do at this point. Svechnikov burns his man. And I don't know. Philly's just not defending apparently today. They don't care. Not interested in playing defense today. I'll take it. I'm not going to complain too much. We're up 2-0 early in the game. And our top players are coming through. It's Svechnikov! I'm not even going to attempt the voice. I'm not even going to attempt Martin's voice. My God. Okay. This is a joke. It's a joke. This game is a joke. Alright, let's try this. 100 out of 100. Let's do it. 100 out of 100. Just see if the goaltenders can start to actually show up. There's no defense. You should lose speed when you're skating with the puck as well. Deflection time is fine. We don't get too many deflections, so that's fine. Screen effect is fine. Skating, if you have the puck, you should not be as fast as you can be without the puck. You should definitely lose speed when you have the puck, at least a little bit. It's just it's a little bit too ridiculous. All right, so Philly scores right back on the backdoor one-timer, and this game is even, or not even. I apologize. It's cut. The deficit is cut to 1 for Philadelphia. Giroux poked away. See if that stifles the offense a little bit. Just changing that slider set. And that's the offense for both teams. Gardner's well out of position. Good little drop pass there from Philly. Working it on the side. That shot just wide. The only other setting that I would change is the shooting accuracy or something. Oh, Fogle was interfered with. No call there. Yeah, it's just, this game is just offense for days. It's just been, and it's been that way for a long time. Warren Fogle, this time he just chips it up. He's been batted down by Braun. But I don't even get to continue talking about what I was going to talk about before, which is that Carolina signed 2 goaltenders in free agency yesterday. They signed Frederik Andersen from the Toronto Maple Leafs, or former Maple Leaf. He went to UFA status and could not get a deal done to return to Toronto. And Carolina signed Frederik Andersen instead, which oddly enough, Andersen was originally drafted by the Hurricanes, but did not sign because Cam Ward was the starting goaltender at the time, and Andersen did not believe that he was going to get an opportunity to come in and fight for that starting position with Cam being in that. So he didn't sign. He went on to re-enter the draft and continue pursuing a career in the NHL with the Anaheim Ducks. which he did so successfully. And then he followed that up by signing in Toronto and playing in Toronto, or I don't know if he signed or got traded, but he ended up playing in Toronto. And he's been a pretty decent goaltender. I haven't really followed his career path very closely and his numbers and his ability very closely. Admittedly, I'm not that familiar with Anderson, but I know he can be a pretty solid goaltender. He can be a starter. He can make it in this league. It'll be interesting to see. He's played behind Toronto for the last, I think 4, 5, 6 years, something like that. I can't remember how many total years since he signed in Toronto, but he's been behind a Leafs team that's been all about offense for the last several years. So it'll be a little bit different coming to Carolina that preaches defending, defense, has good defensive core, preaches, defensive hockey. So it'll be a little bit of a different team in this situation for a goaltender like Fred Anderson. So I'm looking forward to it. And then Carolina also signed Ranta in free agency, the Finnish goaltender playing for, Finnish and racing seems to go together, considering all the Finns in Formula 1. But, they got Ranta, who was playing in Arizona previously. And, oh man, good shot block there on Jacob Slavin. Ooh, that's offside, though. Ranta's an interesting piece. I'm not sure what the plan is, because Carolina has not been very transparent about what the plan is, but I'm assuming the plan is to have a tandem kind of thing going there, where you have a 1A, 1B there with Ranta. That would make a lot of sense. Ranta's clearly good enough to be a starting goaltender. Had some time in New York, and I forgot even that he played in Chicago as well at one point. He was with the Rangers and the Blackhawks, and then most recently in Arizona. And I think he had some injury troubles in Arizona, so staying healthy has been a problem for for Anderson and for Ranta both. So staying healthy is going to be a big part of it, and then staying consistent. And that, to me, there was a big hit in center ice. I'm not sure who the player was. If they'll rejoin the play, they're rejoining the play. I want to say it was Aho, but I could be entirely wrong. It looks like it was Aho. It was. Hopefully he's okay. No injuries there, please. Netchis is up there in the top 10 in goals for. So there you go. We got a goal scorer on our team in Martin Netchis. Of course, we knew that. It was Niederreiter that was leading the team offensively for quite a while in the early portion of the season, but that has changed. Look at how many Hurricanes are all over the puck carrier there. Again, this game has now become mostly just about rush offense. Good poke check there. Get back up there on the blue line. Good play by Pesci. Oh my goodness. Trocheck. And stolen away by Carter Hart. Carolina also signed a couple of other players. Notably, they added Lievo, who was a former Leaf and Canuck. They got Lievo out of free agency. They got C.J. Smith in free agency. They got Ian Cole, who I haven't seen play in a long time. And they also signed Tony DeAngelo as well in free agency as well. So a number of different signings out there. Ian Cole is the most intriguing one to me because, oh God, pick up the puck, please. Oh, Gardner, jeez. Ian Cole is an interesting one because I know he was part of Pittsburgh's their back end on their successful cup runs and was a big part of the Penguins. And he played in other locations as well over the last couple of years in his career. I haven't really kept up with his career that closely, but I know he was in Colorado. But he was a big part of the Penguins' cup run and their little, modern-day dynasty that they had going there. So it'll be interesting to see him added. I think some of that is trying to alleviate the loss of DeAngelo. Oh yeah, and they traded for Ethan Bear. So Warren Fogle was traded for Ethan Bear. He was sent to Edmonton in exchange for Bear. It was a straight-up one-for-one trade. So an interesting trade there. I think Carolina's just trying to shore the back end up because they've lost a lot of defensemen. I actually noted it down on my phone, and I may pull this up midstream if I can remember to do it, but they've gone through so many defensemen. Have the Hurricanes in the last, handful of seasons. They traded Noah Hannafin, who was a draft pick of theirs. They traded Noah Hannafin for Dougie Hamilton straight up. No, not straight up. I think that had a number of players went in that trade. I think that trade was like Lindholm, Hannafin. Someone else may have gone in that trade with those two guys. But those two players were sent in that trade to Calgary in exchange for Ferland. Hannafin was sent there for Ferland. And Dougie Hamilton. I don't know. I'm trying to focus on the gameplay and talk about these old trades at the same time. So I'm blanking a little bit in some areas. It's really hard to focus on the game and focus on creating plays and passes and trying to talk about an old trade at the same time. And having to conjure up what the trade was. But I think it was like Hannafin and Lindholm, maybe another player, or maybe a pick for like Ferland and Hamilton. I know Carolina got Ferland and Hamilton in that trade from Calgary. Ferland and Hamilton are no longer Hurricanes. Ferland, I think, has unofficially retired, almost officially retired. He's pretty much calling it a career. So Ferland is calling it a career, basically. He's had so many concussion issues that he just can't play anymore, can't risk it. Unfortunate for his career to end, but he's no longer playing in the NHL or on the Hurricanes roster. And Dougie Hamilton has signed in free agency with the Devils. So they don't have Hamilton on the back end. They don't have Hannafin on the back end anymore. They traded Hayden Fleury just because the back end was such a logjam, which is ironic because now the back end could actually be useful for someone like a Hayden Fleury type of player. They could actually afford to have Hayden Fleury in their lineup now. They don't, because they traded him away to the Anaheim Ducks. Trying to think here. There's another player that Carolina doesn't have anymore that they moved off of from their back end, have moved on from. Oh, Jake Bean, that's who it was. Jake Bean, who was recently traded like last weekend to the Columbus Blue Jackets for, I think, a second-round pick it was in this year's draft. I'm not sure if it was this year's draft that just happened last weekend. Nolan Patrick's not a Flyer anymore. He was traded to Vegas a few weeks ago. Yeah, I mean, it's been a really, really wild last few years, the amount of defensemen Carolina's ran through. They had Calvin DeHaan was on the back end at one point. I think who some of the players were. DeHaan was one. Oh, that was almost a tap, and good save by Reimer. It seems that we've made the goaltenders a lot better, so that's going to make the games a lot closer and less high-flying offensive action. Like I said, Fogel's not a Hurricane anymore. Martinook is still a Hurricane. He re-signed in free agency. He was set to become a free agent, and it was unsure whether he was going to return to the Hurricanes. So he's back. But he's not a defenseman. I'm trying to think, though, who the defensemen are that Carolina's gone through. With Fleury, Bean, DeHaan, Hannafin, Hamilton. So many defensemen. Oh, a good glove save by Reimer. Yeah, we got the goaltenders are starting to actually play like goaltenders. Rejection there by Slavin. Slavin's still there. Slavin, Pesci, that's their defensive core right there. Hamilton was a nice addition to the defense core. He had a really good hand in making Carolina better from the back end. Oh, look at this move. There's Dougie. Speaking of Dougie, he spins away and loses the puck there, trying to pull off the spin move. He was really good partnered with Jacob Slavin. Good little pairing there. Oh my God. Jordan Staal is not standing for that. You don't hit Jacob Slavin. You don't hit Jacob Slavin like that and not get absolutely decked for it. Staal throwing the punches for his teammate, trying to knock out Couturier, and does. Fighting could probably be a little bit harder But whatever, you know, you don't go after my teammate and not get your face punched in. So he ran. That was so late. He ran Slavin. Come on. He absolutely ran Slavin. There's no need for that. And we can't afford to be losing someone like Jacob Slavin. On the windmill. Out the center by Netchus. He's there to pick up for his teammate. Oh, good sticks through the middle. Look at Gardner just rejecting it. Shot on. Reimer is saved. Gardner with a huge breakout to Svechnikov. Oh my goodness. Andrei Svechnikov finished the play. The Dangles. Dangles are alive. Oh, blocked in front. I'm not sure who the player was that blocked that puck. Hopefully they're okay. Pesci gets caught a little bit trying to defend. Hayes, centering pass. It's there. Poked away. And Sebastian Aho out to center with it. Saucers it ahead for a teammate, but he passed it right into the Flyers player. Owen Patrick cuts back away with it. Sends it down low for Hayes. And another save by Reimer, who can play it to his defenseman. Ah, a bit of a mispass there. I don't know what that was. Gosh, despair, man. That's a player that you haven't heard a lot from in the last several years. He was pretty good for his first couple seasons that he came into the league. But, oh, that's a tripping penalty. He was pretty good the first couple seasons he came into the league, but you just haven't heard anything from him in a while. And I think he got dealt to Arizona. I know he's in Arizona, but I don't remember if he got dealt there or if he just signed there. I think he got dealt to Arizona. So he's a Coyote now. Interesting to see what happens with Shane Gostisbehere's career. He had a really great start to his NHL career, and then he's just kind of, well, ghosted off, I guess. Which is funny because his nickname is Ghost, and that's well offside. Sorry, Voracek, you're offside. I want to continue talking about defensemen Carolina has gone through since like 2017-ish, about that far back. I remember, oh, that's a penalty. Gosh dang it. They had John Michael Lyles, like way back before 17. That was like 2015. They had Lyles. He was really good for Carolina's D because he was a veteran player that was able to help. That's Gostisbehere, and he ties it on the power play, but it was a 5-on-3. So hard to defend that. But Lyles was huge for our young defensive pairings at the time. Slavin and Pesci were rookies, and we had a very young defense core at the time. Like Slavin and Pesci were either they were complete rookies or they were only in their second season or something. So they didn't have a ton of playing experience at the NHL level. So having a player like John Michael Lyles was a huge addition to the Hurricanes defense. I'm going to pull up real quick while it's at a break and play. Should be able to find this note, and we should be able to see the different players Carolina's gone through. They had Hakanpää was a trade acquisition at I think the deadline or so this past year, to shore up the defense for a little more beef, I guess, on the back end to make the defense more physical. Oh, we're taking another penalty? Good God. But yeah. Hakanpää was just for this playoff run that they just went on. And of course, you know, he wasn't really even very effective on the back end for Carolina. Didn't do very much. And he didn't re-sign either. He signed today, oddly enough, in Dallas. I think he signed today in Dallas. That's off the crossbar by Slavin. He had plenty of opportunity to put that on. Could you imagine if he scored from that angle? That would have been sick. Konechny, saved by James Reimer. Reimer signed in San Jose in free agency. So Reimer's gone. Mrazek and Reimer both gone. Mrazek signed in Toronto as a free agent. So he's in Toronto. He can play in Frederik Andersen's old city. So basically Carolina and Toronto swapped goaltenders in free agency. Justin Falk was another one. He was traded a couple seasons. He was traded before the 1920 season kicked off. I remember that. I actually went to training camp a few days before the trade, and I took pictures at training camp. Ooh, that's my bad. I took pictures at training camp, and then the trade was announced. He was traded for, I don't remember who he was traded for. Was he traded for Joel Edmondson? I think he was traded for Edmondson. I can't remember. He was traded for someone. Carolina, I got, they gave up Falk, and I think they got Edmondson, but they had Edmondson on the back end. He's not here anymore. I think he requested a trade to be closer to his father, who lives in Montreal or something like that. He ended up playing in Montreal, so I understand that, and Edmondson was part of their cup run this past year. So they went through Joel Edmondson. I'll just go over a brief list of the names that have been on Carolina's back end over the last couple of years. Oh, that's in front. Teravainen rejected by Carter Hart. It's insane how much Carolina's blue line has changed in just a handful of years, really, if you think about it. I understand them not bringing Dougie Hamilton back. That makes a lot of sense. Why they didn't bring back Dougie Hamilton. He just was asking for more money than what he's honestly worth, brutally honest. More money than he's worth. And I think, I don't know if he really, I think maybe even he might agree with that to a small degree, but, you know, he might say, well, maybe I'm not actually really worth that, but if I can get paid that much money, good for him to get paid that much money. But, man, I think, you know, New Jersey is overpaying for Hamilton. I really do think they're overpaying for him. And 7 years at that much money, that's a big deal. And a defenseman that's in his late 20s, you'll get some really good years out of him. But, you know, who knows what you'll get out of Dougie when, you know, the last 3-4 years of that contract are coming up. You know, and it's an expensive contract. So I'm glad Carolina didn't do that. They have other contracts that they have to think about signing. And so Carolina has to think about the players they have to sign in the future. Oh, that was a big save at the horn. And it just makes sense to think about the Caps situation you're going to be facing in a few years down the road. You got Svechnikov, you got to sign. Aho, Netchis, you got to think about those guys, but their contracts eventually do run out. Aho's deal is pretty good. And I don't know how many years it is, but his contract is pretty good, is Sebastian Aho's. There's a penalty coming up to Philadelphia. Oh, bad pass back. Could have been risky if it ended up on the net because of Reimer leaving due to the delayed call, and that passes into skates. So here's the list of guys. Hanifin, Hamilton, Hakanpää, Bean, McEwen, Fleury. I'm going to have to pause right there on that list. Nice knocked down by Trocheck. All right, settle it down. Doug the Thug, right off the blocker. Nothing wrong with that shot, though. Oh, gosh dang it. And that's a penalty. Of course it is. So, Hanifin, Hamilton, Hakanpää, Bean, McEwen, Fleury, TVR, Trevor Van Riemsdyk, Vatanen, Edmondson, Dahlbeck, Falk, Carrick, DeHaan. That's a lot of defensemen. That's how many pairs is that? 1, 2, 3. It's like 5-6 pairs. It's like 5-6 defensive pairings. Make a whole defensive back end. It's almost a whole team of just defensemen that they've gone through. Big blocker save on Hamilton. Ooh. And Hamilton moves it to Slavin and moves it back to Dougie. Moves it back to Slavin. Just playing catch. Blocked in front, I think Jordan Stahl. But Dougie Hamilton with it still. Shoots right off the mask or the chest or something of Carter Hart. Not afraid to shoot the puck with Dougie Hamilton. A lot of penalties in this game for both teams. Oh, send it. Send Dougie. Short-handed. Yes. Oh, I was trying to find Jordan Stahl in the back door, but they killed enough time with it. Oh, no. Good stick. Just interrupt that shot lane. Make it difficult for him. I think Dougie just ran out of speed. He just flat out ran out of speed. Oh, get up there. There you go, Pesci. So Carolina has run through a lot of defensemen in the last couple seasons, and it's just wild. There's no consistency on the back end. Aside from Slavin and Pesci and anyone else, I don't even know who's on their back end. I mean, they've added a few new players, obviously, with the free agency and trade acquisitions this summer. Summer's not even over. But yeah, Hamilton was the big name in free agency this summer. And Carolina just, I understand why they didn't get a deal done. Oh, bit of a miscommunication. Down low, Ilya Kovalchuk working it with Trocheck. I love Trocheck goes down low to help cycle that puck. Oh, blocked. Oh, nice try to set up Ryan with the one-timer. Oh, that's out of play. Reimer with the save. Good save by James Reimer. Yeah, so Reimer's gone as well. Both goaltenders gone. Martinuk is still here. I mentioned that earlier. And I meant to say McGinn. McGinn is gone. He was signed? He signed in Pittsburgh. I don't know if he traded or signed. Anyway, McGinn is in Pittsburgh now. He's a Penguin. He's no longer here. It was a really good Hurricane. Was Brock McGinn. Plays a really hard game. Plays a hard game. Can put him anywhere in the lineup. He can score. He can hit. He can play hard. Play any style of hockey you want him to play. And you can put him anywhere in your lineup. Up and down the roster. He works well. He's just a good utility player that you can just put him anywhere. Do whatever you ask him to do. And he gets the job done. He doesn't complain. Doesn't ask questions. Just gets out there and does the job. Hardworking guy. And I'm glad to see him get paid there in Pittsburgh and get a chance to continue playing. Or, excuse me, over there in Pittsburgh. What I hate is he's still in the same division as the Hurricanes. So he's going to be very hard to play against when Carolina has to go up against the Penguins. Perfect little player for Rod Brindamore. Easily a perfect addition to, or a perfect piece for the Hurricanes lineup. Kind of a homegrown player. Carolina the pull-up, trying to move it down low. Jordan Stahl can't protect the puck. He loses it to Hayes. Poke back in, though. Jordan's got to have that. So the Hurricanes' top six largely unchanged this year, this summer. Looks like they still got Niederreiter here. Teravainen's still here. Aho's still here. Svechnikov's still here. Stahl's still here. So the top six forward group is still the same. Netsch is still here. So they got those key guys still here. Oh, that's a bad turnover. Somehow get away with Hayes getting that puck. Farabee going across ice. Hamilton locks this guy up. That's just, trying to fly past Travis Sanheim. Oh, someone's got to get there. It's moved down for Andrei Svechnikov. Svechnikov does a little move between the legs. The teammate support gets it in the form of Netsch. It bounces to, shoots it, it's blocked away. I think it was Netsch. His own man blocking it. Hamilton moves it for Jake Gardner. Gardner's still here on the back end. So Gardner is still a part of the Hurricanes roster. He hasn't gone anywhere. So only a handful of constants on the back end. Gardner has been a Hurricane for only a couple of seasons. So he hasn't been here for very long, but he's still here. So we're trying to set that one-timer up. I don't know what that was. Ilya Kovalchuk. Backdoor pass. Looking for Jesper Fast, and it's out of play. Yeah, Kovalchuk took Fast's number. Fast is wearing 69 now, so that's nice. Not entirely sure if I want to set up a good sticks through the middle. Kovalchuk, there you go. Three guys in that same area. Ought to be a turnover. Move to Gardner. Gardner, that worked out. Peel away. Down low for Fast. Back up the boards. Pescia shot. It was blocked away. Just not getting these shots through. It's either getting blocked by our own teammates or by Philly players. Fast grinding shift here. Yeah, there you go. Moved it back, but he sends it right back to Raffle, the man he took it away from. So a very useless turnover, if you ask me. Well, not useless. It's not a useless turnover or a useless forecheck play. But, Gosh dang it. And we're taking another penalty. Man, penalties are up with these slider changes. Let's see if we can get a power play. You have not scored on the power play in this game. Philly has, but they haven't scored on the 5-on-3. Ah, Slavin. No. Shea, you got to defend. Yeah, Brady Shea's still here as well, so he's a constant on the back end as well. That was just ridiculous. Oh my God, we're gonna lose this game at the end here, aren't we? We've just blown this game with that power play goal against. Someone's got to score. Niederreiter sends it, tries to force it back to Teravainen, but it didn't work. You guys have got to start forechecking. Plain and simple. You got to start putting pressure on with the forecheck. Oh my God! Are you kidding me? Another tripping penalty? What is this? I'm turning that slider all the way off. You got to be freaking joking me. What is that call? What is that call late in the game? You know, I'm going for a shorthanded. Screw this. All my guys are dead tired. They have no energy players. Oh my God. Stahl was there as well. That's even more frustrating. Change the penalty kill. Braun gets laid out. I think that was Slavin. Big hit by Shea in the corner. We don't come away with it. We really need possession, dude. Really need possession. Oh, I had no choice. I had to pass it off to Trocheck. I wanted Aho to take it. Trocheck through the middle. He's been tripped. And that's a crucial penalty. That is a crucial penalty. But can we make the most of it? Gosh. Don't take another penalty. Canes. Don't take another one. Ryan to Svechnikov. It's 4-on-4. It's a rare situation here. Oh, Gardner. Oh, I saw him on the skating in on the back end. It'd be a good time to get a whistle and get a chance to get a timeout or something. Oh, good keep. Oh, come on, Aho. No. Oh, for fuck. Yeah, we're fighting. I don't care. We're fighting. Nah, you don't get to hit Sebastian Aho. No. This game is just going to bury us, and it's going to make me want to stop playing this game mode. This game right here. We have a lot of energy gained. I can't change my settings I can't change my strategies or anything from the screen. Thank you, EA Sports! Why can't I change my strategies before my guys go on the ice? God, where is it? God. Face off one. Go. We got to go. Oh, my God. You guys have got to go getting after the puck, man. You have to go after the freaking puck. 30 seconds left on the power play. We're going to blow this. We're going to piss this away. Netchus. Skate, man. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Denied on the back door. It was wide open. But, you know, reasons. Oh, my God. Goaltender pull. Net's empty. Go. It's like a power play. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. With the extra attacker, Svechnikov gets it late. Holy crap. What a goal late in this game. And it's tied. It's just all throws it on the net. Rebound. This team. This freaking team. We had all these power play opportunities and we've blown it. But that goes in. I'm not going to... Whatever. It's whatever. Nope, we're going to play for overtime. I mean, we might be able to go for a quick shot on the net for a win. Oh, there's a rebound there. Oh, blocked away. But we'll get overtime. We'll take a point. My God. That late period surge. No pun intended. But that late period surge, man. We might just have our season saved. We got to win this game now. We have got to win in overtime. We got here off of a lucky bounce. Oh, Dougie. Dougie freaking Hamilton. Trocheck. Get out of the way. Get out of Dougie's way. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Dougie. All right, nice try. Dougie shot the puck a lot. All right. Change it up. Change it up. All right, what have we got out there? Who we got out there? We got Aho with Svech and Pesci. It's an interesting combination. I like 2 forwards, 1 defenseman. You got to at least have a defenseman out there. Okay, poked away. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh. Aho, no. That was not it. That was not it. Oh, what? Oh, Carter Hart. Oh, Carter Hart. You are a moron for playing that puck. It could have easily been a turnover into a quick goal. Oh, God. No. No, 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 no. Here, I got the middle. Saved or blocked away? I'm not entirely sure. Oh, that's a dumb turnover. That's a dumb turnover. Oh, God. Get it out. Brett Pesci. Just create some space for Aho. Shot. Blocked away. Nothing wrong with the shot there. Oh, Netches has got to get there. He at least makes contact. Pesci, you can't turn it over here. Can't give a good chance up. 1 minute and 27 seconds left. Having some bad turnovers here. Sebastian Aho with... Oh, Netches. And Gustafson plays it into his own man. All right, forward 1. And that's Jordan Stahl with Hamilton and whoever. Teravainen. Gosh dang it. All right, well, it's okay. This is a group that could win it. Stahl is actually the more defensive player on the ice right now. Oh, God. Why would you pass it back for Jordan Stahl there? 58 seconds. And Teravainen's got to cover for what could have been a 2-on-1. If the Flyers would have just hustled. Now it's a 2-on-1. Good. Good defensive play by Dougie Hamilton. Right in front on Reimer. Plays it riskily. Oh, out to Hamilton. Here we go. Hamilton with Stahl. Hamilton is shot wide. And Hart plays it. He elects to play it to Giroux. Giroux misses the pass for Konechny. Played off. Oh, come on. Why would you miss the pass there? And Hurricanes are going to get called for an icing here in 3-on-3 overtime. Stahl and Svechnikov. And oh, wait! Why do we only have 2 players on the ice? What is going on? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh God! What is this? What on the green earth? What is that? Jordan! Oh, Jordan Stahl. Oh, and the pass goes back. Intended for Dougie Hamilton. Just throw it up the ice. Svechnikov. Missed pass from Reimer. And that's the end of the overtime. What a crazy overtime that was. Oh, that shot was saved. This is going to help James Reimer's confidence and save percentage out. That's for sure. Shootout time. Finley goes first. First man up for Philadelphia. We got James Reimer tending the net, and it is Claude Giroux. Claude Giroux takes the first shot in the shootout for the Flyers, and he is denied by James Reimer. This could be a long shootout because the goaltenders are better, And here we go. Sebastian Aho coming in. And it's in! Yeah! I'll take that. I'll take that. Whoop. That little shot back across the body. And Carter Hart can't stop it. The puck kept going forward. It kept its momentum forward. He didn't make the initial save, so I guess that would legitimately count. It does in this case. Aho gets the first goal in the shootout. So that's huge for Carolina. Voracek, Jakub Voracek. He was traded to Columbus in real life just recently. And off the post, it looked like it beat Reimer, but hit the back of the post. I'm not entirely certain what the case was there. So Teuvo Teravainen, he could put this one in a difficult spot. And another one that pops up right off of Carter Hart. Very tricky save on the blocker side. Shoot blocker side on this guy. He's having a tough time. Konechny. And I think this is to keep the Flyers' hopes alive, and that's the game. Hurricanes win in the shootouts. The extra point does go to Carolina. I'm going to go get a cell phone charger while this game's ending. So a come from behind win, another successful game for the Hurricanes, another 2 points in the bag, and another storm surge as Hurricanes go bowling. Knocking the Flyers over, knocking the pins over on the Flyers. That late goal by Svechnikov could not have been any more clutch. We've got a slider set here, boys. We sure do. We have a good slider set here. I think this one is going to work a treat. And it's not easy to score, but yeah, good stuff. So yeah, we have ourselves a back-to-back home and home with the Flyers, and that's huge because Flyers are Flyers. Philadelphia's below us, and we got to start catching Pittsburgh, and then slowly but surely, start catching the teams that are right ahead of Pittsburgh. Because I mean, look at this: the Blue Jackets are currently 7 points out in front of us. That's a lot of points. The Devils are a further 8, and then the Capitals are 10. It's a lot of points there. We got a big OT win. We got to start beating these divisional opponents in regulation. But we got a slider set, so that's the good news. We got ourselves a slider set and a home and home with the Philadelphia Flyers. So I guess we get 2 games against Philly in this stream, and they are a team that are struggling. We got to beat these guys. We got to bury these guys. And you know what? Oh, put those beautiful reverse retros on. Those things are good looking. So put those beautiful reverse retros on. So that comeback was massive for us because it gives us a nice swing around in terms of points. And we have an opportunity to start climbing back up the standings and recovering major points here against divisional opponents in all these divisional opponents. But we're here in Philadelphia at the Wells Fargo Center, a building I've seen in person, but I've been just outside this building in person, but I've never actually been inside the building. So yeah, Philly's an interesting one. The fans are pretty passionate. So to go with Carter Hart again, and oh, that save percentage is absolutely brutal. But James Reimer, who had a pretty decent game, he gave up 3 goals, but I didn't look at the save percentage, but we can always go back and I can calculate it from that last game. But if he can just pitch a really good game and we can get some goaltending, man, Reimer could get that save percentage back up there. We got a slider set that works now. That late goal that Carter Hart gave up in the last game is to Svechnikov was huge. So this is our first full game with the new slider set. So we tuned the skating, we tuned the goaltenders, moved down low. Maybe we can get a little. Oh, Netch's nice play away there to get to Gustafsson, get to the puck. Oh, nice job by Gustafsson to protect there. Oh, and Voracek's found an empty lane. Oh, but he loses the puck on his own accord as well. He was not forced off the puck. Martin Netchis drops for Svechnikov, blocked away. I think it got blocked by a Flyers player. And I'm starting to actually get excited because it's starting to play a lot more. It's still pretty arcadey in its presentation, but it's starting to play a lot more like hockey. Looking for that backdoor pass, we cannot complete that backdoor play. Aho cannot get the handle. He's poked away. Hamilton steers away from his man and sends it on the wing to Niederreiter, who gets the zone entry. Going to the corner, centering for Sebastian Aho, but stolen away by the Philadelphia Flyers. Poked away by Slavin. I'm feeling really good about this slider set. Provorov can't get the zone entry. Lindblom comes in instead with it, drops it to the center, and the Canes defense is there. They're getting sticks in the lane. So this is it. We're starting to get some defending. Hamilton going very aggressive after the puck. They're almost playing like a forward himself. It's out on the wing. Giroux back to the point to Provorov. Provorov sends it to Konechny, and a save by Reimer. That might be the first bit of rubber he's actually seen on the net. And the breakout does not work for Dougie Hamilton. There's your $9 million right there on that breakout play. Konechny a shot. Reimer elects to freeze, and he would be smart to do so. The Hurricanes are under a flurry of attempts by the Flyers. Let's end this game. Or end the stream, rather, I'm sorry. Let's end the game as well. And let's end the stream on a good note here. Oh my. Backdoor feed and the Flyers score. And I think it might be Hayes. It is Kevin Hayes with the backdoor. That's the only way the AI know how to score. They get a good play off the face-off, draw the attention of the defense. Reimer with no chance, and that's embarrassing for the Hurricanes defense. Just get burned like that. That's how we've given up all of our goals against. Seem to come on cross creasers, and the frustration is going to be mounting now as we've gone down early, but the game is not over. Played by Trocheck, he baited his man, and then wow, Kovalchuk scores. I wanted to say Walmart so bad, and Kovalchuk answers immediately. That's his second goal as a Hurricane, and his second of the season. So how about that for Ilya Kovalchuk, the free agent acquisition, mid-season. He's come in and scored. The Hurricanes celebrate in the crease of Carter Hart. I'm sure he won't be enjoying that. He'll have choice words for that. But Ilya Kovalchuk scores on the kind of a backdoor feed. So Philly scores backdoor, but Carolina says we can do just the same. Vincent Trocheck passing for fast. He was interrupted there. Trocheck was the one assist man on that play. Good job to create that pass by Trocheck. Flyers looking for that backdoor play. They're looking to get it in the middle. Kovalchuk can't break out. Pesce goes after it, misses his man entirely. Centered for Farabee. And Farabee can't even hit the net. So Trocheck just a quick cross-corner attempt to dump in, but Sanheim blocked it down. Myers is able to track down that loose puck as Hayes breaks through center. Drops it off from Sanheim on the opposite side. And Vogel gets to that. Vogel no longer a Hurricane in the real world. Fast going at Sanheim for the loose puck, and he rejects Sanheim's breakout attempt. And he breaks that one as well. Look at this forechecking by Jesper Fast. Give him a thumbs up. Good stick by Jake Gardner. And Gardner trying to pass for Martinook, but it didn't get through. Raffle taking off that play by Pesce. Good stick, but he can't corral the puck. Oh, look at this. Jake Gardner. Hurricanes defending well, but so are the Flyers. Lots of defensive play early in this game. A lot of turnovers. Vogel to McGinn. Again, drops for Pesce, who sends... I don't know what Pesce was doing there, but he had a one-timing option to point, and he didn't hit it. Vogel disrupts his man. He's disrupted by that Flyers player, and out to Gardner through center. Chips it in, tried to get it past Sanheim, but Sanheim is having none of it. And then Gardner reacquires the puck and chips it back down. Gardner down low to Niederreiter on a chance to wrap it around, denied by the defense. And Braun gets to that poke check attempt. Back out the center. Lots of defensive play in this game now. Here comes Claude Giroux through the blue. And, oh, nice chance if the Flyers had just set that up. Would have been beautiful, but a nice pass out to Netches. Netches on the drop to Gardner. Finds Shea. Shea waiting for teammates. That's blocked out of play by Philadelphia. So we'll have an offensive zone face-off for the Hurricanes. And we'll put the third pairing out, the first line. So first line going back out. Need to get some offense going here. Both teams really are struggling for offense. Carolina would be nice to get some offense here. Joakim Ryan. It's pull-up play and a centering pass that Reimer gets a hold of. And we'll have a defensive zone face-off for the Hurricanes. And the first pair will get out there, Slavin and Hamilton, to help the Hurricanes on this draw. The Hurricanes have only won one face-off until that moment. They now have 2 face-off wins. And Slavin out to center. Risky play there for Aho. And Svechnikov now drops it back to Slavin. Slavin to the middle for Aho. I don't know why you'd center to the middle. You had Hamilton with a one-timer. But is what it is. And that centering pass is going to miss. And an icing against the Hurricanes. So brought back in the defensive zone. And it looks like all of 8 minutes remaining in the first period here exactly. Aho can't win that face-off. Good stick by Fost. That shot wide from the point. Good defensive stick by Hamilton. And grinding in the corner. Farabee now with it. He's defended well by Netches. Can't get any help from Fast, but it does get out to center. And Flyers are forced to reset. Ah, Netches had a chance at it. Good stick there. Cover the middle and the back door. Oh, they got the backdoor play there that time again. And it was, again, it's Kevin Hayes. He's just hanging around the back door waiting for that pass. Ah, Hamilton not a good play there. Saved on Hayes. So Kevin Hayes is looking to get in there offensively today. That pass is rejected by Fast. Fast has had a really good game defensively. He had the forechecking shift. Kovalchuk has taken off the puck. He can't get it in. So offense, especially on Carolina's end of things, a little hard to come by here. You're going to have to get creative. Might have to dump it in. Stahl with it. Oh, taking off the puck. Kovalchuk looking for Niederreiter. He finds Niederreiter. Point to Slavin. Slavin walks the blue. Hands for Shea. Shea, a tip on! And saved by Carter Hart. We're going to face off. A good deflection in front. We haven't seen a whole lot of that this season. We have seen a few of them that have gone in, but we haven't seen a lot of deflections, even though the point men are looking for that shot. And that tip on the net. Back to Brady Shea. Back for Stahl on the net. Nice shot and save by Hart. See what Giroux does. Poked in. Giroux sends off. Down low for Michael Raffle. Raffle signed somewhere today in the real world. I don't know where Raffle signed, though. I can't remember. I want to say San Jose for some reason. Could be wrong. Oh, what a move by Martinook. It almost worked on Justin Braun. Raffle going wide. Shot on, and Reimer the save. Jay moves it for his defensive partner. Then Ryan, who moves it up the boards to Fogle, and he hits him in stride. What a beautiful play. And that pass is rejected out to center for Couturier, trying to get the carry across the blue. Passes for a teammate on the other side. I'm not sure who the teammate was, but the Flyers were unsuccessful in creating there. Netches peels back, fires to the other side. Aho on the back door in the middle. Found a chance on the blocker side, but was rejected by Carter Hart. Pesci gives chase with Couturier to Konechny. And saved by Reimer, who plays it again. Cautiously plays it out to a teammate. Here comes Aho. Hurricanes look gassed. Netches just misses Pesci to Svechnikov. Gardner teased one up, but he missed it entirely. Never got the net. Aho with a good forecheck. Hurricanes at least slow down that breakout for the Philadelphia Flyers. Hag just sends it back in. 10 seconds left. Teravainen looking for a teammate. Misses. That's a bad turnover right there by Teravainen, and it directly leads to a Flyers goal. with 5.2 seconds. I think it was Oscar Lindblom that gets it. That's a big goal against, as Teravainen tried to force a play out. And the Hurricanes are going to go down 2-1, unfortunately, at the end of one. And they haven't found a whole lot of offense in this game. They got the one lucky goal there from Kovalchuk, but only 4 shots on the net, while Philly found 11 pucks on their way to James Reimer and got 2 of them past him. So that's not a good start to Carolina's game here. To get 2 first-period goals, you're going to have a really good second period, play very disciplined, can't turn it over. You certainly can't do what Teravainen did to end the period. It's not a smart play. Aho tried to move it past his man. Hamilton can't get it out. Slavin avoids the forecheck. Good forechecking pressure there from Philly. Out to Netchis on the wing. Netchis looking. Has Svechnikov. Turnaround shot that's denied. He lays it down low. Svechnikov back for the point man. And it was Slavin with the shot. But that didn't get through. Good defensive play by Dougie Hamilton. Moves it up the boards for Svechnikov. For Teravainen. Teravainen trying to make amends for the bad pass. Drops the puck for Aho. It didn't work. Connecting shot maybe just got a piece of it to Reimer. But I'm not sure if he did or if it went wide. That one he definitely got a piece of. Teravainen on the wing. Breakout here for Carolina. He chips it ahead, and Myers is quick to that as well. Flipped back in by the Flyers. Gardner moves it for Teravainen. He now gets a second shot at the zone entry. Cuts to the middle and poke checked away by the Philly defense. So Carolina not really able to get a whole lot going. Offensively, they can't really get a chance. They're struggling to even get a zone entry and set anything up. Stahl can't handle. And it's just flipped back in by the Flyers. Flyers are just sending it right back in and resetting. Jordan Stahl, a good time to dump it in. He just gets it in deep. Fast on the forecheck. Heard that a lot tonight. Myers through the blue. And there's a good stick there. In front of Patrick. On the point, Myers, good play by Jordan Stahl, but he doesn't have the break, but he does have teammates in the form of Kovalchuk, the man with the 1 Hurricanes goal tonight. That shot on the point is rejected by Hart. Stick there by Joakim Ryan. Farabee is onside. Ball kicks it, moves it for Fast. Fast for Kovalchuk. Kovalchuk peels away from Braun. Drops it for a teammate, but doesn't get to Martinuk there. Ryan sends it, hands it off back for Martinuk, who has to get around a teammate. Cuts around, down low, where Fogle is quick to it. Stops, turns back the other way. Moves for Fast. Back to the point for Hamilton. Off the boards. Slavin moves it for Hamilton. Hamilton tried to shoot through traffic, didn't get it there. Slavin gets beat. A very rare moment there. And a save by Reimer as the Flyers go the other way. That should have been a change. A whistle and a change. Slavin ships it ahead. That might be an icing. It is not. Icing is not called here. Braun escapes the forecheck of Fogle. Oh, but a good poke there. And that chip-in attempt didn't get very far. Again, fighting Albakubo. Not even sure how to pronounce the name, so I'm not even really going to attempt too hard. Again, a chip play, tried to just avoid the defensive play of, I think that was Ivan Provorov on it. Oh, the Hurricanes just not able to establish any sort of threatening offense right now. For Pesce. Pesce will lead this rush, and he's taken off the puck at the boards. Pesce looks, the drop is Gardner. He's a trailing player, saved by Hart. And Gardner pokes it away in frustration. Hurricanes have got to hit that trailing player if it's available. Seems like one of the better ways to get some offense going, because they're not really finding anything. The break-in is very, very difficult. Philly is making that break-in very difficult to achieve. Good stick there. Teravainen. Away the seat. And Stahl through the middle. And they poke it right back out the center, and the Hurricanes are forced again to reset. Flyers are just all over them. Want it past the Stahl, the drop for Teravainen, and back to Stahl, but they don't connect. Bit of miscommunication there, and that's a hook. Niederreiter's going to the box for a hook here. That's not what Carolina needed. They need the power play if they need anything at all. And they haven't been able to get the power plays to connect in the last few games. Good save by Reimer, but man, this game, Carolina has got to start playing for some offense because this is just not acceptable right now.
Carolina penalty to number 21.
Good play by Aho. And that's another great play by Aho. He's made really good stick checks, and he's got the breakaway. Aho, Hart saved. And that's why Aho is on the shorthanded unit. He's on the kill because he can provide you with offense on the kill and give you a chance to maybe get a goal if you really need one shorthanded. Slavin a tip on net, saved by Hart. A little change of direction there. Probably not going to fool him. It wasn't that dramatic of a change of direction for that from that shot, but Aho is back out there taking the face-off. And here comes Sean Couturier, long-time flyer. Voracek, Slavin, moving it to Trocheck. That would just at least clear the zone, allow for a reset. Trocheck was all over that defensively. He just couldn't get to it. Giroux backdoor save by Reimer. On the other side out to Shea. He moves it for Aho but misses the pass. That's fine. It's a kill. And Aho on the forecheck just trying to finish this shift off in style and kill more time for the Hurricanes, which he's done successfully. So the Hurricanes don't have long to go on this penalty kill. And it was a successful one. Saved, and again was able to pull that one away from the goal crease. Here's Svechnikov. He moves it ahead for Stahl. He got shoved down in the process. Trying to stay with it. Gustafsson is all over it. Patrick looking for a teammate to pass to. Blocked away by Brett Pesce. So a good block, and then he loses it. Netchis moves it. Oh, but it's turned right over to Philly. And then rejected out to Netchis. Netchis with it. Chips it ahead. Pulls up. Poked away. And loses it to Provorov. And there's a breakaway for Philly. And a save by Reimer on a big breakaway chance there. Slavin. Oh, the Hurricanes just cannot make good plays tonight. No good play. A lot of really dumb turnovers in this game. It shouldn't have been the case. And I'm protecting. Oh, and a good block there is the broken stick for the defenseman. Here comes Brock McGinn. Again, with basically a one-on-one with Sanheim, and it's well defended enough that the Flyers are able to create the turnover. But does the man have the stick back? He does. But it's an odd man rush here. McGinn trying to force the puck to the middle. Can't get it. Oh my God. I'm turning the slider down. This is a joke. This is a freaking joke. Turning it down all the way off. I don't care. This is bullshit. Yep. CPU's not taking enough penalties either. So that's a load of horse shit right there. Don't even care. That's a load of horse shit. Blocked away and out of play. Carolina back to the kill. Just look at this. Look at this. A grand total of 9 freaking shots, man. Where is our freaking offense at, dude? Back to the kill. Because we apparently love killing penalties against the Flyers. I just can't do this, man. All right, good play there, poking it out the center. Our guys are dead tired. They're like dead tired. Oh, with Trocheck. Past Aho. Oh man, that was nice. That was actually pretty nifty, but Aho is out of gas. He is out of gas. Needs to change. Oh, get to that. Oh, that's this game. That's this game. This game is over. Starting to get even more frustrated. Where's our offense at, dude? Where is our freaking offense? Guess our guys completely forgot about the part where they're supposed to play defense, you know. Come on. Oh my god, you gotta give me that.
Carolina penalty to number 11, Jordan Stahl. 2 minutes for slashing. Time of the penalty, 19 minutes, 54 seconds. Flyers penalty to number 9, Ethan Caldwell. 2 minutes for roughing. Time to the penalties, 8 minutes, 12 seconds.
Come on. 4-on-3. We don't score. That's not really.
Philadelphia penalty to number 28, Juan Giroux. 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 8 minutes, 45 seconds.
What was that?
Hurricanes goal, scored by number 20, Sebastian Aho, assisted by number 47, Andrei Svechnikov. Time of the goal, 11 minutes, 46 seconds.
Why wouldn't you just go for it there, Pesci? You got a chance to go after the puck, and you didn't do it.
Philadelphia penalty to number 11, Travis Konecny. 2 minutes for hooking. Time of the penalty, 12 minutes, 32 seconds.
Right? Turn into Cobra. Making sense. The pass was just got really sick. man. Holy crap. It's like I'm fighting this game. You're having to fight the players just to make the play. Oh my god. Joke. Absolute joke. Can't even be presented, man. Can't bury him. I'm freaking. Can't even do this. What a joke. Terrible. Wow. Wow, boy.
Last minute of play in the third period.
Oh my god! How do you not get the possession there? Come on! Oh my god, this game. Just shoot the puck. Just shoot it. Just shoot the freaking puck. God! Team joke. This game is freaking joke. No one's actually even trying anymore. No one cares. No one's trying anymore. Timeout. First line, whatever. Get the first line out. Whatever. First line. Goaltender's goal. Second game in a row. Flyers to the end. I don't care about Hitman. Whatever. I don't care about Hitman right now.